Welcome back, everyone, to the 6th episode of Mathghamhain Morsels. So, in episode 2, the Chimichurri Feast, you guys saw me do one preparation of asparagus. That, of course, being with chimichurri, absolutely delicious. For this one, I'm going to be continuing with the simple is sexy theme. So, I'm going to start off just by doing what I did in the previous one, and trim up my asparagus. Again, I already felt where that woodiness of the asparagus ended, and I knew that all of them were about in line with that cut. Now, this one I want in about thirds. And I've already sliced up some asparagus, so let me get the bowl of the other asparagus out and throw these in with it. So this simple is sexy is again going to be keeping it really basic. I'm going to have 4 ingredients to this asparagus. The asparagus itself, some absolutely delicious bacon fat that I've rendered down, some garlic, and then just a little bit of lemon juice at the very end. And that's it. So I'll catch up with you guys in the kitchen. Welcome back. So, this skillet looks rather familiar to those who have watched the previous episode. And as I said in that one, I'm cooking these 2 things back to back. So this is the exact skillet that those absolutely gorgeous scallops just came out of. And now, I'm going to throw in my asparagus into that bacon fat. Be very careful about splash as you throw things into hot fat, else you will end up splashing yourself. And even when you're careful, you will still end up splashing yourself, but you're less likely to. I was not careful, I just splashed my hand a fair bit. And I'm just going to be keeping these beautiful asparagus thirds moving. Because I want it to really get complete contact with the oil. Each part get in contact with the pan and turn. So that you get some nice coloration on this asparagus. And this is one of my favorite ways of doing asparagus. Just either roast it up with bacon or saute it off in bacon fat, beef tallow or lard. Any type of really good flavorful cooking fat. With some garlic. And then just finishing it off with a bit of acid. Because as I said in the Chimichurri Feast video, asparagus really just loves acid. So just a little bit will brighten up the entire dish and make it taste amazing. And you don't want your asparagus to burn. Like I said, I'm using a cook surface that has been turned up a fair bit. Then I'm just trying to get a nice blistering and caramelization around every part of the spears. And then to this, I'm just going to throw in that fried garlic from the previous episode, which was just fried off it in some bacon fat, giving its flavor over to that lovely, lovely fat. As well as just yielding these delicious little sweet bits of garlicky goodness. If you're unsure if the asparagus is quite done, the easiest way to find out, as with everything, is going to be try a little piece. When you have different thicknesses, so I'll have some thinner top bits, tips of the asparagus, and then I have some thicker, meatier sections that were further down. Grab one of the thick sections. Oh, hot, very hot. And crunch down on it. That one was just a little bit underdone, so it just needs a few moments longer in this. And then it will be done. As you can tell from the start, the asparagus is turning this lovely blistered brown as it's just being tossed about. And that should have been long enough to finish up that little bit of rawness that was in the asparagus when I tried it. So now, back in with that garlic. Reduce the heat back down because you don't want garlic burning. As I said, it just leaves this really nasty, sharp flavor that spoils the entire dish. And then this all gets scooped up and thrown into a bowl so that it's ready to be served up. And he's trying to escape. I will see you guys back at my desk. And here we are, back at my desk, with just one final finishing touch for this dish. It's going to be the same as in the last video. Just some lemon. Now, I realized I forgot to mention something, a tip whenever you're using lemon juice. Before you cut your lemon, just roll it. Roll it out on your surface. Give it a good squeeze as you roll. That allows more of the juice to be freed up when you want to squeeze it, as well as frees up some of the oil in the skin and in the pith, just making everything smell amazing. And making it just a little bit more flavorful. So, again, just to avoid seeds, I'm going to use my little citrus squeezer and get some lemon juice in this. Make sure that's not dripping all over the place. And with that, the simple as sexy asparagus with some fried off garlic is done. And it is absolutely delicious. That citrus just brings out all the different flavors used in this. And really, as I've said, heightens the taste of asparagus. So with that, I'll leave you off with another try everything that you haven't before. Explore food. If you see a different cheese, if you see a different type of fruit or vegetable or a different cut of meat or a different type of meat, try it. You might love it. And if you love it, you have something else to experiment with, to explore, to make being in the kitchen enjoyable. Have a good one, all.